Hey everyone, Jackie here from Interact, and I just jumped off a strategy call with my new friend, Dr. Elaine, and we were discussing if she needed one quiz or two quizzes. And I feel like this comes up a lot, so I wanted to talk about it here in case you're wondering the same question for your own quiz/business situation. All right, so in Dr. Lane's case, she has already created a scored quiz that essentially rates somebody on how much pain they're currently feeling so that she can help them manage that based on the result that they're getting. So she initially wanted to create a personality quiz that was asking people or trying to figure out the biggest pain points that people in her audience were having so that she could start to niche down or maybe create some offerings based on what people have the biggest issues or struggles with. But she felt like that was really hard to do. She didn't know what questions to ask. She didn't know how to get people to the right result. It felt very overwhelming. So she went with this idea of the scored quiz rating somebody, or rather having somebody rate themselves on a scale of how much pain they're feeling so that she can support them. And she came to the strategy call asking, okay, great, I have this quiz. This was easy to make. Now, how do I go about this second quiz of figuring out where people are having the biggest issues when it comes to their health outside of just pain? And so that can feel really overwhelming. She just finished creating a quiz. Now she hasn't even promoted it yet. She hasn't gotten anyone to take it, but she's already working on or thinking about creating a second quiz so that she can figure out again where people are having the most amount of pain so she can help them. Or rather not pain, but rather where they're having the biggest issue in their overall health so she can tailor her solutions to help people. So I want to remind you that you don't necessarily have to create a second quiz in order to get that information. Remember that you can ask within your quiz questions that don't relate to the final result somebody will get. And so that does a little bit of research for you. And if you have a direct integration, meaning Interact integrates directly with your email marketing system, then you can also tag people, tag your leads with the way that they're answering that question so you can follow up with them. So in her case, in Dr. Elaine's case, she really only needs one quiz. She can keep the pain management scored quiz that she's already created, so she's not spending more time creating something new. And what she's going to go do is simply add a couple of questions into that quiz where the score for each of the answers is 0. So no matter what someone says to that answer, or rather no matter which answer they're choosing, it's not going to affect the final result that they get on this pain management quiz, but she's still going to get some insight into where people are feeling they have the biggest pain points when it comes to their overall health. So I want to say all this because remember that even though she wanted to create the second version of a quiz, something that went really not really, but like more into detail about different areas of health and how she can support people. Remember that you don't have to get everything perfect right away. So simply testing things out by adding one or two questions to your existing quiz that you already have or that you're already working on is a really great way to do a bit of research to see what people are saying. Now, the plan is based on what people say to this pain point question, again, that will have 0 ranking towards the result somebody will get, is she can see, are people worried about sleeping, their gut health, their mental health? She can follow up with emails to those people based on that, see what people are saying, what questions they're asking, and then from there, she can use her market research, her voice of customer, what she's learned from her existing audience to decide on what the next steps are. Is a new quiz in order? Could she update the existing scored quiz on the pain management scale that she has to optimize it? Could she create new offerings or new funnels or new services for her audience based on what's happening here? So if you would like to chat through that same question, do you need one or two quizzes? Think about that, right? What is the goal of each quiz? If they're very different, then maybe you would need two quizzes. But in this case, for Dr. Elaine, one quiz works just fine, adding in some segmentation or research questions in there. And if you're still not sure, come book a strategy call with us. I will drop the link below so that you can chat through your use case, what your quiz goals are. You can talk to me, someone else on the Interact team as well. To see what would be the best solution for you in terms of what quiz to create for your audience.